Sorry to interrupt your video, but this is future me talking to you while you're watching this. And if you are struggling with a certain part of your IA, or you just need somebody to check over your IA, we do personal one-on-one IA classes. So if you want your IA to get a check over, just to make sure you have all the requirements on the marks, makeITsimpleTT.com/register. Okay, cool. Back to the video. So welcome to video number 7. This is video number 7. Video number 7 is going to help us understand more about dealing with the functional requirements. So as I said in the previous videos, all we're going to do right now is code all this stuff, and then we will reverse engineer it and fix the algorithm to match back to the code, because a lot of the stuff that you have to do here is code based and you have to get the code to work. And once you get the code to work, then you could get it back in the algorithm. So we'll hit back our document and let's see what the document has, where we have reached so far. So far we have fully gone through coding. I'll just go through the table of contents, right? So the things that you need for your marks, of course, remember, let's zoom in a little bit more on this, right? We did the specification of requirements, problem definition, technical analysis, data flow diagrams, context level, level 1, DFD, ERD, functional and non-functional requirements. We did the system structure, we did the user interface, we did the report design, and now right now we're on algorithm design and use of appropriate data structures. But that also ties in with code and code achieving functionality and code response to design. So last time we did the binary search and the sort. So we put the sort in, we put the search in, put the bubble sort in. Now one of the things I didn't mention the last time is that you should leave the old sorting. No, leave the old searching, and leave a comment saying that this search was deprecated. This search was, I hope I spelled that correctly, for a better search algorithm. Yeah, right. Replit give you some sort of AI help now, and well, use it, see how it looks, right? So we comment out all of this, and actually I'm gonna do the commenting a little cuter. How is auto comment a little more? It's control and /. Right, yeah. So I'll put the / star here, and I'll put the star / here. Right, good. So that's commented out, right? Right, this search was deprecated for a better search algorithm. That'll give you some ammunition when you have to explain why you change the search. You'll leave the old one there and then you put the new one here, right? So what we want to do is we want to look at our functional requirements in this video and see what we have to do still in order to get the code to match the algorithm. So code achieving functionality. The code to match the functional requirements. Code achieving functionality is a very important part, and then code response to design is the next part for the user interface. So we'll jump straight to our functional requirements and see what we have there. So in the functional requirements, we were told that we should be able to delete a record, search for a record by name, request a stable report, request a water report, display patients in alphabetical order on reports, and right. Now with the non-functional part, we did that already. Well, we did some of it. We didn't do the user interface yet. We did efficient searching using a better search algorithm. We didn't do the layout. We did user input validation. Saw the patients by ID in the database. So we did the sort and we did the efficient search. Those are the more difficult things. Now we have to try to knock off some of these front-facing things, functional requirement stuff. How do we knock off some of these front-facing things? Well, let's start off by searching for a record by name, since we were just doing a search. To search for a record by name, we have to use string compare. Now we could use back this same search patient and call it search by name. So instead of receiving an X or index, we could receive a string. So because I explained to you that this search is a binary search, but it uses global variables only. So there's only one thing that comes to the binary search. remember your binary search may not look like this. Most likely your binary search may not look like this because of the way that your program is structured. You may send the whole structure, you may send high, you may send low and everything, or you could put everything inside. Nobody going to like judge you because your binary search uses different techniques, because at the end of the day, they want to see that you use the binary search, which is the efficient way to search. So let's go into the search by name. Now before we do that, we have to fix this option here. Option 4 says enter the patient ID you would like to search for. However, we need to give them two options. So for inside option 4, we need to display two things. So we had to ask a question, printf, how would you like to search? And when we ask them, how would you like to search? We're going to ask them printf1 search by ID, and then printf2. We'll say this first one as \n search2 search by surname. Yeah, right. So we tell them that, and we ask them, okay, do you want to print by search by ID or search by surname? And then we will say if, no, we have to read a search value. We have to read scanf, no, yeah. Scanf, %D, search choice. I'll call it S choice. Right. So if they come inside here, I'll just create an int S choice equals 0. Right. So we put this variable inside here because this variable is specifically only for the searching part. So we want to get them to do a search. And we scan, how would you like to search? You want to search by ID or super choice, right? Good. And we want to say if S choice is equal to 1, then we take all of this information here and drop it inside there. So the same function that we have, we just go and put it. Alright. We take this Ctrl X and put it inside there. Tab, Ctrl V, boom, cool. Else, right. So now we want to ask them for Replit, just being real nice with these AI stuff. I'm so happy for them because they make your life a lot easier. Alright, so we ask them enter the surname of the patient they'd like to search for. Yeah. So now we'll call a scanf, and we'll have to scan a string this time, %s. So at the start of this, I'll declare two things. I'll do a int s choice, and I'll do a char 25. I guess 25 should be okay. Char 25. And search. No, I declared everything at the start, so let's not declare everything at the start on top here. Alright. For neatness and consistency purposes, I'll put this char 25 for what I'm going to search for. We'll put it on top. So the code won't look dirty. Where is it? Here, mean. Yeah. So I'll put the char 25 here, and the name of this will be surname search, SUR search. Right. Surname should sound good? Yeah, let's go with that. Search, SUR, SEH, or CH, right? So we scan F, and then we put the answer search. Right, so that's going to give us the surname we're going to search for, and then we have to call a new search function called we want the index, yes, we want the index of that person, so we'll do search, and then we'll print the info of the index that we got back. Right, good. So we have put in some logic that is going to allow us to search. So I shouldn't put if else, I should put if choice is equal to 1, do that. If S choice is equal to 2, we do that one, and then else print as an error, or print you didn't put in a appropriate value. No. Yeah, something here. I need to tab this all more. Something will line it up. Tab. Yeah. Right. So there's an if inside of if. Else printf, you have entered an invalid option, and that should kick us back out to the menu, I believe. Alright, so let's try and see what will happen. So I'm going to do a little technique called ghosting. Well, what I call ghosting, right? I don't know what the official term for it, but I'm going to call it ghosting. So I just want to put printf to see if this we can printf. This works. Right. It's called a watch. My bad, it's called a watch. So run the code. Do I have any errors? Yeah, I have a lot of errors. Like 352. Alright, so I had all the debug in the studio. We kind of fast forwarded through it. I had some brackets to use. Usually when you're adding in this function, adding in stuff, always make sure that your brackets sorted out, because your brackets could send you crazy. Yeah, so if choice is equal to 2, I put print this works, and you could see that it printed this works here. So all I have to do is to modify the search now to have the ability to do patient search. So I'll leave the this works here because I'm not ready to actually change it. And I'm now going to go up to the main functions, and just take this binary search and modify this binary search to search for string instead. So I'm taking out the printer if this works, because I know it works because I tested to see if the options are working. It's very wise to test to see if the options are working first before you go and just try to do the binary search, because you see what happened to me. I ended up with some problems with my brackets, my curly brackets, and you don't want to end up with that problem with your curly brackets after you try to do the binary search, because you'll get like more errors to try to fix. So always debug as you go along. You really don't want to debug at the end of the whole thing, right? So, taking out the printer if this works, and I want to uncomment out all of this here. Doesn't exist. Alright, so the binary search is not working properly. Why is the binary search not working properly? Now at this point in time, I already have a binary search inside code. So I could just do a linear search. And I'm going to do a linear search. Why am I going to do a linear search? Because my goal is to make the IE as simple as possible, like make it simple. So we got the binary search to work already. You've already booked your marks. If you reach that stage where you're extremely frustrated because something is going wrong and you don't know what's going on, but you know you could just put in a linear search and it won't affect your marks, then go ahead and do it. I think that's valid, because right now I budgeted like an hour to do this and I just spent 25 minutes just trying to get this binary search to work, which is an accurate reflection of what your life might be. Just your 25 minutes might end up being 5 hours. And I don't want that for you. So if you got the binary search to work, then let me show you what you could do. We're going to take this whole search patient by name, drag out all of that drama, and remember this linear search code I had inside here? Look at that. I'm going to take this and put it inside search patient by name. I hate when the function do that in search patient by name. Paste it inside there. Right. So now I have a loop that's going to go from Z to actual size, and all I'm going to do is take the string compare and yeah, check to see if the surname and name match. P location C.surname. If they equal 0, return 0, else return -1. Right, so let's try that now. Everything else should be the same, right? Yep, it's compiling. 1111. 4, do I want to search by name, surname? 2, sorry, 2 is the option, search by surname. And then I want to search for jobs. Yep, it found Steve Jobs. Good. So obviously, I could have spent time fixing the binary search. Yes, we know that. And you smart ones out there saying, yeah, all you had to do was, fix this and just change that and the mid and all that. That's cool. If you can't fix it, go ahead and fix it. But more than likely, if you're watching this video, you have reached a crunch time in your IE life and you just want to get this thing done. And that is what I'm here to help for. Here for the bright people too, but the people who just want to make it. If you have a binary search working, which is easy to search by ID, cool. And if you want to search by name, go ahead. You could use a linear search and that works. So now I move on. So I'm going to put comments for this because it's working. This search finds the surname of any person and displays it to the screen. No, and returns the index. And returns the index to the main. Right. So we swapped our code out. Everything works there. Now we just have to neaten this up a little bit. Okay, this is the binary search fix video. So I am speaking to you from the future, talking to you in this video now because I reached a video 11 or 12. I think I reached a video 12 and realized that they had a problem. My problem was that when I searched for ID, it was searching properly because you remember you just saw that I was having problems with the binary search and I just did a linear search to search by name and it worked properly, and the binary search was working properly with the binary search was working properly when I didn't add a record. But after I added a record, I was having problems finding it, and because I had a problem finding it, I had to go and figure out what was the problem in the code. So the problem was that after I added a record, I was adding in a record and the record was not coming up. The reason it wasn't coming up is because the binary search wasn't being, the data wasn't being sorted before I called the binary search the second time. Because according to my main, for those of you that understand what's going on here, in my main, I only did the bubble sort once, which is after I read the data, I do the bubble sort with the actual size. So that will sort all of the data and everything would be cool. However, after I add a record and I call the search function to search by ID, the problem was that the binary search was searching on data that added a record to it, but it wasn't sorted. So what I had to do was I had to go into the binary search and call the bubble sort immediately. So as soon as the binary search happens, call the bubble sort. It wouldn't hurt anything at all. What will happen is that you will just do the bubble sort the data, then perform the search. And I also realized that I was using actual size as the high value in the binary search. But actual size, according to how I coded the IA, actual size is the actual number that a human will understand, which will be, let's say, 12 or 13. But the actual number that the computer sees is actual size minus 1 because array start at 0. So I kind of set myself up by making that actual size add after adding the record instead of adding carrying the actual size up before adding the record. But because I coded it that way, I just have to work with it like that because I can't go and change over all the code now for the actual size value to be updated. So all I did was put actual size minus 1. That way this will get the correct index value. Once you get the correct index value, the search will work properly. So now I could prove that I could add a record like this. So I'm going to run it. I'm going to show you that I could put in the passcode. All of this is updated code that you will see in video 12 or 11, but this is just me letting you know, fix this one time, which is sort your binary search one time, right? You can see I have a lot of debugging things inside here. File was read successfully and all that. And then I put the choice as one to add patient, right? So I'm going to add the patient as 550. Add it as first name is Billy and last name is Jean. Age is 44 and status is 1. Patient with ID 550 has been added. Cool. And now it will say good. So now when I go to option 4, I have a lot of debugging inside. So you'll see some debugging stuff coming up, which is 4. I want to search by ID. If I search by ID, it tells me what's the patient you would like to search for, 550. 550 comes up now because I put in the actual size bubble sort on line 216. If I didn't put any bubble sort there, it wouldn't have found the person because it didn't get to sort the information after I just put it in, which was a problem that was happening all the way down to the end. So fix that now. Make sure the binary search sorts immediately. And that's probably why I had the problem when I was trying to search by name. But that's okay. We'll leave the linear search in my name and we will leave the binary search searching for ID because we've now fixed that. Again, bubble sort and then actual size minus 1 so that your binary search will search for the actual index that it's supposed to search for. And as a fix there, all of this will come up again in video 12 when I was doing the test plan, because the test plan showed me so many errors and so many issues, and which is exactly what your test plan is supposed to do. Your test plan is supposed to show that things aren't working the way that it's supposed to work, and then you come back and you try to fix the code. So I'll fix it, and video 12, you'll hear me talking about this again. So I don't have to fight down the neatness. So if they choose option 4, why do I have all these extra lines? Ask them how they like to search. They want to search by ID or search by surname. We read the choice. I'll put \n here so that it goes to the next one. I'll put errors. enter choice, colon. If choice is equal to 1, enter the patient ID you'd like to display. We know that one is working because we did that before. If the choice is 2, enter the surname of the patient you'd like to display. We read surname search, and then we call the search and then print patient. Right, good. Alright, so we can take off the printer if this works. This is not necessary anymore. Else you have entered an invalid option. So let's just test it out really quickly to make sure that we could move on, right? So simple test to make sure we could go on. 4-digit passcode, we enter 1111. Cool. 4, we enter 4. What do you like to search for? ID or surname? Let's choose ID. Ooh. Oh, please enter the new patient information. That's now. Oh no. Again, mess up with the menu there. My bad. Yeah, so I have to do some user interface stuff here to make this thing a lot easier to understand, because as you realize, I'm not getting confused by all the things that it's doing right now. So I have to put some clear screens and stuff inside it, but we'll get there just now. Choosing option 4, which is search your print patient record to the screen. Would you like to search by first name or surname? Search by ID, I choose 1. Please enter the new patient ID information. That's not supposed to happen. It's supposed to ask me, please enter the patient ID you'd like to display for. Okay, so it accepted 1, said you have entered an invalid option. Then it went straight back to the menu, which it's supposed to do, right? Why didn't it accept 1? S choice. If S choice is equal to 1. Now I have to do a printf in between here. Printf, the S choice. This is %d S choice. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's going on here. 2 \n, right? Alright, let's go. 1111. 4. Enter the choice. I'd like to search by surname, please. No, I'd like to search by ID, please. The S choice is 0. Now, what is this? How would you like to search? By ID or by surname? Okay, let's go through this. 1 is ID, 1 is surname. Scanf, enter choice, S choice. Okay, S choice can't be declared here. That's really stupid. Why did I even do that? S choice only being checked only when that if goes in. Literally, that's a rookie mistake. There's supposed to be S choice is equal to 0. Alright, stop. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Search by ID. 1. Your choice is 0. Why is the S choice coming up as 0? Search by ID, search by surname, I put in a 1. These are the moments where you hate coding. Like, legitimately, these are the moments where you like ask yourself, why? Why is this pain happening to me? Right. So let's look at it again. What would you like to see? Scanf, enter choice. Oh. Scanf I'll just say %T. So printf enter choice. Okay, let's try that again. Why did I put words inside of scanf? Jeez, I am so rusty. 1. Okay, all right, please enter the patient ID you'd like to search for. Okay, cool. I'll put 78 because, you know, without Sheldon Cooper. 78. Right, it gave me the information for Sheldon Cooper. Then I go to option 4 again. I choose 2, search by surname, and I look for jobs. Should give me Steve Jobs. Right, and then I go to option 4 again, and I put a number that is not valid, like 7. It should say you have entered an invalid option. Right, good. Great. You have entered an invalid option. Should have a backslash n in front of it. Okay. Good. All right, so just to recap what just happened there in the last, I don't know, 20-something minutes. All I did was search for record by name. So now I know the search for record by name works properly. Cool, no problem. So function requirements done for that. Now I have to do the delete record. So let's do the delete record. The delete record is fairly simple. You search for the index that you want to delete. Then you set everything to yes. All right. When you're deleting a record, what you're really doing is telling the array don't look fit. You're telling the array of structures I don't exist anymore. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to change that number, that ID, to a really, really huge number that it will ignore. That's really bad. But if it were a linked list, I'll be able to delete the node. But if it's an array, most I could do, array of structures, most I could do is set everything to null and then like move it around. So because we're using arrays and we're not using linked lists, which I definitely won't encourage you to do because you don't need linked lists in your IA. If you're doing linked lists in your IA, good for you. I'm not going to fight it out. So what we're going to do is technically, when we delete a record, we're just going to change the ID to 99999 and then bubble sort it back, and then we'll just act like that person doesn't exist and carry down the actual size by 1, so it just won't exist. So let's go to create a new function now. Wait, I have to prototype this function that I put in. We put in a new function, didn't we? Remember to prototype it because you'll end up in problems. Search patient by name. Yeah, I prototype this. Where are all my prototypes? They're all up here. Right, search patient. Yeah, by name. Right, prototyping the function is important. So now let's create a new function. We're going to create this new function and call it, what are we going to call this new function? Should I put after the bubble sort? No, after the search patient, by name, print info, intensive care file, update patients. All right, so let me choose now and put delete patients here. Does delete patients have to run anything? Nope. Void delete patients. Delete patient. Alright, so the logic of the delete patient is simple. We call the search what will delete patient read? It will receive an index. Int X, we'll call it X. When we call X, we're going to search fit, search patient, and then we'll send the X to that. We create a variable called delete, int del, and then we're going to say del equals search patient X. All right, so that's the patient that we want, the index of the patient that we want to delete. And then we will change that index to P location del dot ID equals 9999. We'll change it to that, then call the bubble sort. If our bubble sort requires anything, I believe this bubble sort is just a. Where the bubble sort is? N? Why am I sending N to the bubble sort? Oh, there's an actual size here, right? Ah, okay. This is where the little trick comes in. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to set patient ID to 9999, sort it using the actual size, and then carry down the actual size by 1. Actual size minus minus. So technically, what I just did there is I tricked the array, tricked the program into thinking, well, the array don't exist. I mean, this value doesn't exist. So I just set the patient ID to 999, call the bubble sort, let the bubble sort it. It will put the actuals, it will put the one that's 9999 all the way down to the end, and then carry down the actual size by 1 to act like it's not there. So how do I test this? Testing this is kind of difficult. So I'm going to have to, I'll have to start off by making sure I have no errors. Oh, we have no errors. Okay, that's good. So who is a patient that I want to dispose of? Let's get Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig is ID 655. Okay. So 1111. So I want to prove that this thing is working. So, oh wait. Stop. Right, so I have the delete patient function. However, I don't have the I don't have it in the main. So I have to put the option to delete patient. Yeah. So where will I delete patient? I'll fix up the menu after. So I'll just create a new if option equals 6. So now I have option 6 that says, would you like to delete a patient? What patient would you like to delete? And then you call the delete patient del, and it should delete it. And then I can just print back out and see if the patient actually exists. Only problem is, in the menu, I didn't put option 6 as an option, so I have to put option 6 as an option now. Here, menu. When you prototype, the functions just get so messed up. Like you can't find the menu. Okay, right here. Printf. I warned earlier about copy and pasting coder. So what I'm doing here is for the elite 6 delete a record. Patient. Alright, delete a patient. Alright, let's see what happens now. Right, enter 1111. I'm in. I want to delete a patient, so I choose option 6. Error, choose a number between 1 and 5. Ha ha! I hate you. Yeah, 6. Okay, cool. Stop. Run. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. Enter the patient you'd like to delete. Okay. Alright, there is no patient 0. So I have to put in all kind of validation and stuff for this thing to make sense. I thought I could have just tested like that, but no, we have to go to the delete function and say all kind of stuff. Okay, so what I will do is I will use there is a print function that I have, so I'll put in printf, the patient that will be deleted is, right, so the patient that will be deleted is, and I will send the print info of del, yeah, so print the info of the patient, then we will search for that patient, yeah, and hopefully I'll search for it. Okay. All right, that's a good test there. That will show that it's working. So we'll try to do 655. So run. So we delete Peppa Pig, right? 1111. 6 to delete. Patient is 655. The patient that will be deleted is Peppa Pig. 8 satisfactory. Okay, cool. And now if I go and search repeat for Peppa Pig, which is option 3, 655, it should tell me Peppa Pig doesn't exist. Yay! Now to test, make sure that it's totally correct. Let's search for another patient, 776. Search for patient number 3, 776. Patient was found. Okay, cool. Yeah. So if I print the record for the patient, 776. Give me the information. No, sorry, 4. How would you like to search? I like to search by ID. 1, 776. All of this user interface killing me, and I can't take it anymore. So I'm probably gonna deal with the user interface next. Yeah, probably gonna deal with the interface. All right, so according to our functional requirements, we did the delete record, we did the search for record by name. Now I've done most of the difficult things, most of the coding things. Everything is just aesthetics or creating a function to print out a report, which is basically do a search, get the values back, and print it out to a text file. So the difficult coding things would have been, in the previous video, we did the difficult coding things, which is efficient search using a better search algorithm. We did the binary search. And we sorted it, because in order to do the binary search, you have to sort it. So we put in the sort and the new search. We didn't do any more intuitively to sort the patients by ID in the database. Yeah, we sorted the patients by ID in the database. Yeah, we sorted that. So that's the search and the sort. That was the non-functional. That was the last video. This video, we did some slightly intense coding stuff, which is search for record by name, which failed when we tried to do the binary search, because searching for record by name with the binary search, it just wasn't working, and I didn't have time to fight it out, which may be your case. And we did the delete record. Both of them required some code, and we coded that, and it worked. So by now, the hardest part of the IA is over. We've done all of the code that is required for the big stuff. Now everything that's left is user interface stuff. Clear report layout, user input validation. These are just printfs and ifs to determine if they put any correct value or not. And then the reports, we'll do that. So the next video is going to be, most likely, I'm going to work on the user interface. Yeah. So we'll put the user interface. That's where we learn to do the clear screens. We'll put some little boxes around things. We'll make sure that things display easily so that it wouldn't look as cluttered as it looks right now. Because if you look through my program, it's very cluttered. I don't know what is happening. It says the menu options, then says the choice. I'll probably want to put some things in the middle of the screen, layout things a little bit. So I'll go and sleep on it, and I'll think about some stuff, and then figure out, okay, how do I want this to actually look? And then, actually no, I know how I want it to look, because we decided that it was going to look like, where is it? That's not, let's get to the now. Menu set. the user interface. We decided it was going to look like this. Yeah, it's supposed to look like this. So what we have to do is you have to match back the user interface that you planned here with all these spaces, neat layout, lines on top, lines below, with this, this, and yeah. So we have to match back to this. So next video, thankfully I've already thought about this. Oh look, we have to put tabs and things to lay out things in between. Must be nice. Option 5 chosen. Exit the program. Thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah, right. So we're going to do this. That'll be the user interface, and then the video after that, we'll be dealing with the report design. So the good thing is, with software engineering, you have to design how the reports are going to look. So you have to design how things are going to look in advance, so you know exactly what you have to do. So I think we're good there. So just to recap, in this video, we did 2 more functional requirements to make sure that it matches up, because there is a part where you have to say the code responds to design or the code achieves functionality. Code achieves functionality, we're going to prove that the delete record works, prove that the search for record by name works. Those 2 are there, and I'll see you all in the next video. Remember, this whole thing is in the app. The PDF is in the app also. PDF should be in the app. And the whole playlist of these videos. So if you ended up watching this video alone and you're confused, remember there are 6 videos that came before this. And the reason I'm doing this is because students struggle with their IA from time to time. Not from time to time, students struggle with their IA a lot. And I wanted to create a sample for students to just be able to follow and understand and make it as concise as possible, but also show you some of the mistakes that you make by me making mistakes. So you could kind of feel, okay, these are the things to watch out for, and you should be able to get your IA done. So that's all available in the Learn It app, makeITsimpleTT.com/learn it. Go download that app and you will see that there are all the resources inside there, plus some other resources that may help you in your whole IT and computer science, and even other subjects too. So download the app, makeITsimpleTT.com/learn it. The link will be in the description, and you'll see the whole playlist, and you will also see this PDF available for you to kind of run through. That gives you the walkthrough with the words in red and the actual the actual words that you're supposed to have in black. And yeah, good. Okay, so see you in the next video.